Hi, I'm Greg with Never a Dull Moment. My dog just walked in front of the thing, so I had to laugh. I'm sorry. As you know, we let the show go organically, so we're having fun today. What we're going to do is we're going to do a quick tip. By the way, Mrs. Never a Dull Moment's behind the camera as always, and we're glad to have her. My dog is curious. She smells food. And the reason she does is we're going to chop up some stuff. So I'm going to go over some cutting techniques, and you guys have maybe checked out some other channels, but there's always this one argument that I'm going to get into for a second, and it's kind of a big one, kind of a big argument. So let's just go over some standing cutting techniques. When I see people holding a knife, one of the things that absolutely drives me insane is people holding the knife like way back here. I understand that the handle, the way that it is, it just seems like it's supposed to be. But if you watch any knife channel, I don't care if it's just a regular chef show, home cook, if you watch America's Test Kitchen, when all the different chefs talk about holding a knife, you were taught to do what's called a pinch grip. The way that works is you are going to actually pinch. You are going to put a finger on this side, and you are going to put a finger on the other side, and you are going to pinch the blade, okay? Then your other finger just goes right up underneath here, okay? And that way all your fingers are protected. You feel like you have really good control. Now, chefs will argue all day about this. I've even seen a knife that was really big and a person did 2 fingers on for a pinch grip because the knife was like humongous. Again, not wrong. I'll always tell you what works best for you, but if you give this a try, the standard pinch grip, putting each side, this is for a chopping motion, okay? So I just want to show you some chopping motion with this real quick. We'll do a mushroom. So got the pinch, and I'm literally, you know, no matter what grip we're doing, you're always going to hear people talking about the claw. Okay, so you have your fingers backwards. My thumb is on the inside holding this. Okay, my knuckle that sticks way out is my opportunity to be my guide. I don't want to come up so high that I end up cutting my knuckle. That would be bad. Okay, but as I rise up and down, I'm able to get that paper, if that's what I'm looking for. And you can see, I mean, it is literally paper. Okay. So, but again, with the claw, the pinch grip, you do not have to go fast. Going slow is your friend. Going fast is something that happens over time. Okay. If we do that weird thing that my wife likes to do where she is like way out here, it's just awkward. It's a little bit less control. I'm sure you're used to it, but you know, try to take my advice and do the other. Now, there is another one. I'm going to use both halves of this mushroom. There is another grip that's standard that you probably have seen. It is a rocking motion. Knives have a little bit of a belly so that you can slide up and down. Okay, so to showcase this, the knife goes up and it goes forward and it comes back, and you're coming through the food this way, or you can kind of chop down in a forward motion, but you can see that knife is working. There's less impact to the knife on the cutting board because it's sliding into the wood. So you don't have that like chopping where the edge of the knife is bending over. So that is, the sliding motion is typical of most Western chefs. A lot of Asian chefs, you're going to see them doing a chopping motion. But I want to go ahead and take a moment to point out the difference with sushi chefs in particular and Asian chefs. The way that a lot of times you're going to see them change, and that American chefs will argue about all day, is the variation from pinch to the finger being down the spine. Now, this is something I was doing all the time, and I had an American chef write me, and you're doing it all wrong, and really chastise me and whatever. So I will say that when you see Japanese chefs, they are very particular on their details, and being detail oriented, they believe that they have more control in details by their finger being down the spine. So for them, doing this motion is not wrong. So if I go over here and I'm doing some type of, cutting down the entire length of this, then putting it down, and then cutting like some fine details. This would be what you're used to in Japan, okay? So whether you're a slider, sliding with the pinch grip, whether you're a chopper, like with the pinch, we're doing some julienne, or whether you're a chopper with the finger down the spine. Don't let other people give you a hard time. Some are more comfortable than the other. I will tell you that the finger down the spine is slower. So if you're looking for speed, it's not there. It's going to be more accurate, and that's why it's used to articulate details in the food. If you're looking for flat out speed because you're a line cook, a prep cook of some kind, and you need to get it out, your standard pinch grip is going to be your go. And most highly advanced French, even CIA America, you're going to see a lot of rocking motion, and again, less impact on the knife. I do find that the rocking motion is hard for things that are humongous, like getting it up high seems difficult when I can just so all of these things are available to you. I did want you to know them. They do take practice. Get yourself some onions, some potatoes, have fun cooking them, enjoy your food. Hopefully this was helpful to you. If you had any questions, please leave some comments to what your favorite grip is. We definitely appreciate it. On another point I'd like to just bring up, our show is dedicated to teaching beginners as well as knife nerds, and even some of you that are in between. If you're a beginner, I'm glad that you're here. We definitely try to have episodes for you on Tuesday nights. Those typically are geared mostly towards people who want to eventually receive knife nerd status. If you are a knife nerd, then you're probably going to lean towards the Friday night episodes. So hopefully the knife nerds aren't shying away on the Tuesday nights. We appreciate you both. All you knife nerds used to be a beginner, so let's help them catch up. And definitely, if you have advice too, leave it in the comments for them. They'd love to hear from you, and I appreciate getting feedback. You guys have been very supportive. We love you so much. Hopefully this was not a dull moment. As always, God bless. We thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.